Stranger Things, Season 5, Part 1. We've got 4 episodes so far. So my experience with the last season of Stranger Things, Season 4, that season was off the charts, man. That season is so good. It's amazing. I love Season 1, and then after Season 1 of Stranger Things, it started to go downhill for me. I mean, Season 2 and Season 3 were still good, but it seemed to me like Stranger Things was on a decline. But then when Season 4 came out, everything changed. Season 4 of Stranger Things elevated the show to a whole nother level. I even got this poster gifted to me because of how much I love this specific episode of Season 4. I even got the merch on me, man. Season 4 was peak for me. So going into Season 5, I'm obviously excited, but I have really high expectations. And I don't want to say that they weren't met because there were a lot of really good things in this first part of Season 5, but there were some things that didn't measure up to what I thought Season 4 did. So let's go through some of the good things and some of the bad things so far in the season. One of the things I love about Stranger Things and just good TV shows in general is when they have a big ensemble cast and then they split off the characters with each other just to have their own little episodes and own little interactions with each person in the cast. And Season 5 has some good pairings. One of the pairings that I really like so far in this season is Robin and Will together. Robin is able to kind of coach Will and be his mentor in the circumstances that they're going through. And her fast-paced energy brings out in Will what we haven't seen in other seasons. It's fun to see Dustin and Steve back together. In Season 3, they were buddies, they were pals, they were doing everything together and they loved each other. And genuinely, it is heartbreaking seeing them have a fight. Like, why was that the most heartbreaking thing of the season so far? Also at the start of the season, they have Jonathan, Steve, and Nancy together so that Jonathan and Steve can kind of have a bro battle. Oh, and honestly, Jonathan annoys me so much. He's so weak. Not that Nancy deserves Steve. I don't think Nancy should get with either of them. But Jonathan, he wants to propose to Nancy in this season. And he barely has any conversations with her at all. They don't talk with each other. They don't confide in each other. But yet he has a ring and he wants to propose. There's no way she's going to even consider that idea. Does he know? Is anybody on Team Jonathan? I'm confused. Next up, we have Elle and Hopper being paired together. They are in the Upside Down to go infiltrate where the government has taken over. And this pairing, I do not like in this season at all. And the reason why is because in the last season, we had Elle conquer her abuser. Elle has been manipulated her whole life by this person in Season 4, and eventually she overcomes that and lets go of all that manipulation. And now in Season 5, she has Hopper to deal with. Hopper, who's being selfish, holding on to the pains he had from his daughter passing away before. He's now just pushing that all onto Elle, and Elle doesn't deserve it. And I don't know why Elle pays any attention to the advice or protection that Hopper wants to give her. She doesn't need it. She is super powerful. And now, after letting go of all the abuse and manipulation that her first father, so to speak, was doing to her, now she has to deal with that with Hopper. It's not fair to Elle, and it just makes Hopper seem mean and manipulative. Now, after that little rant, I'm going to cool down and talk about how awesome the visuals are in the season. I complained in a previous review about how I didn't like night action scenes because you can't see anything and it looks lame. And it's kind of a cop-out for the CGI looking better than it actually is. But in this one, I mean, they have to do dark scenes because they're in the Upside Down. But even when they're in the overworld, there's night scenes, but they use it to their advantage. They have red lightning hitting down everywhere, so everything's lit in this Stranger Things way. I love that there's no shaky cam. I love that we have scenes where we just have one shot of following around the action. They did that in Season 4. They're doing it in this season as well. There's some scenes that I have to go back and watch because they're just amazing. Now, the acting at this point, I mean, the characters are them. I mean, we've seen them since they're young, and now they've grown up, and they just are those characters. The only issue is that they're really old now, and so sometimes it actually does take me out of the story a little bit when they look old, but they're not meant to be that old. Elle, I mean, she's a great actor, but she looks like a woman now. She doesn't look like a high schooler. Will, I feel like he's always been the weakest of the actors. That's just the same. Everybody else I didn't have much of a problem with, except it just sometimes I'm like, they look a little old. I mean, but that's not on them, that's just on movie production timeline, what was it, the strike and so many different things. So, it is what it is. And there is one more problem coming from the amazing season of season 4, is that it ended on such a high. And it's weird now going to season 5 and be like, okay, now we're back in high school, guys. And there's a little bit of drama going on. And there's a slow burn build up again, which makes sense. They have to make a whole season out of this. But it does lose some momentum and they have to regain it. I do like the direction that they're going with the characters so far. I like the direction that they went with Max. We had a lot of questions of where she was going to end up. I think they definitely went the right way with that. And I think they're going the right way with Will's story as well. And then one of the big reveals at the end of the season is this useless character from season 3. Haha, fans, you gotta go watch the worst season so that this makes sense. We all thought those scenes from season 3 were useless. But no, guys, she's gonna be a main character now. So you gotta watch what we made. So overall, I do think that this season is one of the best. I do think it's better than season 2 and season 3. But will it pass the amazingness of season 4? So far, not really. Even though they're headed in the right direction, it's not having that same punch that season 4 had. Hey guys, Editor Jarom here. Just want to let you know that tonight will be the very first live stream on the channel where me and my brother Kenny, the Boltage Bros, will be talking about the movies that we saw this month. Really hope to see you there. I've got a bolt.